It's good to see you again, Dr. Ulmer.
You didn't let me through the class.
What?
You didn't let me let it finish.
I haven't a clue what you're saying.
They finish with the finish.
Let me do this. Oh, thank you. What? James bet me that I couldn't do a Houdini escape, and I've been at this for like 2 hours.
Well, where the heck is James?
He got bored after the first 10 minutes.
We're supposed to be recording the deck tech today.
Oh, right. Well, that's okay, actually. This whole Silence of the Lambs thing's giving me a great idea.
What? I thought... This mask is so moist.
That's right, it's time for another LRRMTG deck tech with me, Ben Ulmer. After years of traveling across the multiverse, we've arrived at the furthest reaches of space. Edge of Eternities is here, and with it we get spacecrafts, sentient Kavu, slivers, and even Eldrazi. But no matter how far we travel, one thing remains the same. We all gotta eat. So say hello to our lobstery friend, Ragost, Deft Gastronaut, a deck I'm calling, I'm Having a Friend for Dinner. Ragost is a 2/2 legendary lobster citizen that casts for red and white that reads, artifacts you control are foods in addition to their other types and can be cracked for 2 generic mana to gain 3 life. You can also sack a food by paying 1 and tapping Ragost to deal 3 damage to each opponent. At the beginning of each end step, if you've gained life this turn, untap Ragost. So, we've got a food-slinging chef who sacrifices artifacts to gain life, tossing damage at your opponent's face, food fight style, and he can untap himself each turn. Now, while it's tempting to grab your artifact token makers and your soul sisters, I want you to put down those Academy manufacturers and try a slightly different recipe. After all, why go through the hassle of making your own food when your opponents are cultivating a board of delicious morsels for you? We're not slinging artifacts like short order cooks in a fast food restaurant. This is art! The art of thievery! We're gonna steal our opponent's creatures and eat them. Let's start off with the key parts of the deck, the first of which is the ability to make everything artifacts, and therefore food. Mycosynth Lattice is the key to the deck, making all permanents artifacts both on and off the board, as well as allowing everybody to spend mana as though it were mana of any color. And if you don't have the Lattice, there are also spot effects like Liquid Metal Torque and Liquid Metal Coating, and Mirror Landshaper. Once you've ensured that there are plenty of artifacts on the board, it's time to invite your guests to dinner. Seize the Spotlight, Call for Aid, Claim the Firstborn, and Mass Mutiny are some of the best stealing spells in the game, with Spotlight giving you treasure and cards if your opponents don't fork over something to eat. Of course, all great chefs have help in the kitchen, which is why this list is also packed with creatures that steal as well. The Captivating Crew is the ultimate sous chef with a reusable activated ability that tempts the enemy over to your side. They also pair nicely with the likes of Fearbolg Flautist, Zealous Conscripts, Hideous Taskmaster, and Zidane Tantalus Thief. All ingredients with spicy enter the battlefield effects that we'll be getting the most of by flickering. Ephemerate, Parting Gust, Cloud Shift, and Restoration Angel are just a few of the many flicker effects that we run in the deck, with Cloud Shift and Restoration Angel being extra cool, as they specifically say under your control, allowing you to flicker cards you've stolen and now not having to return them. You've also got reusable flicker effects like Eldrazi Displacer, Philia, and Yuffie Materia Hunter. Imagine you ninjutsu Yuffie in, bounce your other Steely Dealy to your hand, and then steal a non-creature artifact from an opponent as well. Treasure Nabber also shares the love by borrowing your opponent's soul rings and other rocks when they tap them for mana. If you haven't eaten a soul ring, I highly recommend it. Manalicious. Now, this brew obviously has a lot of pieces and mana needed, so I've built it as a bracket 3 deck, giving us access to a few game changers and tutors to make sure we can assemble all of our ingredients. From the game changers list, you can enlighten tutor to find your mycosynth lattice, smothering tithe to boost your mana, and deflecting swat to protect the game plan. For additional searching, I've added Goblin Engineer, Inventor's Fair, Reckless Handling, and Urza's Saga to find the key artifacts you need to make this meal complete. And speaking of artifacts, why not strap a Shadow Spear to your commander and gain 9 life every time you crack a food, triggering the untap clause as well? And since we're eating, or throwing, all this food around, Nuka-Cola Vending Machine helps you wash it down with a parting bottle cap treasure to use for the next time. Still, these succulent meals aren't cheap, so let's get the most out of them with a brand new card. Tanic, Steadfast Second, lets us warp in artifacts and red creatures, making these steely friends essentially able to double dip on their ETB. So we're flickering, stealing creatures, using those stolen creatures to eat with our commander, and just being an all-around chaos goblin at the table. What other kind of weirdo shenanigans can we do? 2 words: Hellkite Tyrant. What's better than stealing every artifact an opponent controls and then winning the game next turn? Nothing. Well, except maybe interrupting your opponent when they break your mycosynth lattice, by using cards like Goblin Welder, Buried Ruin, and Trash for Treasure to grab it right back. As far as lands go, you have your standard array of utility lands with additional includes like Ishgard, Fountain Port, Rogue's Passage, and a Ganjo for even more bang for your buck. Overall, Ragos looks really fun. There are so many ways you could cook with them, whether you flood the board with various kinds of food tokens, or do something weird and unusual like making a deck revolving around modular creatures. I'm just extremely happy to see a Boros commander who does something different. And whatever route you take, I hope you'll agree that this deck, while not the conventional flavor you might see, makes a meal that is positively to die for.